Here on the lawns at One-to-One Mining Investment in Cape Town. Danny, thanks very much for taking the time to speak to us. Could you just introduce yourself and the company first?
Sure, thank you, Julian. Very much Dynamic Mining is a private company. We're operating in Guinea. We're looking to develop a bauxite mine in country. We're very much in the process of completing our definitive feasibility study at the moment. That will then allow us to start the fundraising to raise the capital for the project. Target is to have that in place before the end of the year and start construction at that stage. The project is a very fast-track project in terms of development. It's a 12-month construction period. So our target at the moment is to have first production by the end of 2020.
Okay. And in terms of when you get to that sort of endpoint, where will you be in terms of kind of volumes and where on the cost curve and
Sure.
that sort of thing?
The project will deliver about 6 million tonnes a year. The project is very simple. It's a surface mine. We truck the material down a 45-kilometre road, load onto a jetty and barge system for transshipment. So the project is very simple and straightforward. It's important, as I said, in terms of the construction and the ability to operate in a very simple fashion. We will develop 6 million tonnes, which also from a capital point of view, our project will be one of the lowest cost capital per tonne developed, or capital intensity, so it's very efficient in that regard. Operating costs are in about the bottom half of the cost curve. They're still a bit higher than what we'd want, but that's so we can have the lower capital at the beginning, and then what we'll do is we'll optimize once we're in production. We'll use the cash flow from the business, reinvest a bit more to then sort of bring our cash costs down so we can be far more competitive. So that's the process we're following.
And in terms of, you're also looking at off-take agreements as part of the whole process. You've got good interest in the project?
No, we have. Most of the production will go into China. That's where the growth market has been over the last 10 years. China's effectively gone from about, for very little bauxite imports to about 100 million tonnes in the last 10 years. It's very much the growth market. We'll load Cape-sized vessels from Guinea. That's very important to deliver to the customers in the most cost-effective manner. We've been in discussions with a number of refinery groups. They've been testing our material. We've sent bulk samples. But our approach overall is to bring in a credible trading partner. We have spoken to a number of trading groups, the larger traders who will be able to facilitate and help us in terms of making sure that we deliver the product consistently, can help in terms of management of the marketing function. We're very conscious that in a construction phase you have enough to worry about, and as you're going in through your commissioning process, you don't want to have the distraction of trying to learn in a lot of these areas, so we outsource that to experts and allow them to manage it in probably a more efficient way than we could up front. Yeah.
Makes sense. And you've been meeting investors here over the last day and a half. How's the conference been for you?
The conference is excellent, as always. There's a good number of other mining companies, which feels good to catch up with peers and see what they're up to, and benchmark yourself in some respects. But then also obviously the main funders that are here, it's always good. You get the chance to just have literally that one-on-one and a bit more of that conversation is a bit more informal, so you get to sort of get to the heart of some of the issues you have, some of the things that they're looking for, because it's not always, even for the fund managers, some of their priorities can shift and change. So you get to understand a bit more of what they're facing, and so they're able to sort of maybe tailor the project a bit more to meet their requirements.
Makes sense. Well, thank you very much for taking time to speak to us, and best of luck with the project.
Thank you.